everybody? Richard here, and welcome to the Nerd Life. So, what today is, I'm going to do a Weird Wednesday update. I haven't done one in a while. Just a lot of stuff going on, man. It's tough to focus on things and tough to want to open up about things, I guess, is a little bit my problem right now. Like, it's just really hard. We all know I have depression issues and anxiety and stuff like that. Sorry, my ferret's over there being loud and crazy. Um, well, for a while, I'm on medication. I gotta take that here in a minute too. Anyway, might as well take it now. My happy pills, my Prozac or whatever, to kind of help me balance out my chemical imbalances in my head. I guess is probably the problem. And for a while, I had a counselor. Well, that came to an end last week. Water's good. Um. So yeah, so we had to let my counselor go. I had been having a problem opening up to him anyway. I don't know. If it was the full deal. Like I knew him too much, and I've just been having a real struggle opening up in general to people lately. Hold on one second. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Been really congested lately. Been on antibiotics for that too, and they just yeah, all kinds of messed up in here. Um, so anyway, yeah. So I've had a hard time opening up to him, and just really kind of letting him in. I guess I let little snippets in and stuff, and his style, I guess, just wasn't a good fit for me. I've never had a therapist or a counselor before like that, so I don't know what to expect, you know. But I don't expect to kind of be triggered and then walk away when you trigger me. You know, like leave me that at that moment you trigger me, and do it on purpose. Um, he made a comment about a lot of it. It was like he was trying to put a lot of it on my wife, and I guess that was my fault. But I wasn't pushing it on my like some of my issues on my wife. I wasn't making it her fault at all. I would just say things like I feel bad whenever I don't clean up the house or something like that, and she gets stuck doing it, you know, because I just didn't think about it. It was my fault, you know. And I know she's upset about it, but she may not say it right there, or she just maybe just grumbles and then does what she was doing, you know. That's my fault for not stepping up, doing what I should have done. But it seemed like he was trying to make a lot of it out to be. Made some comment about regaining my man card, whatever. Um, I'm all man, baby. I'll show you too. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, he made some comment about that, and then he's made comments before about like me taking charge and dominating and being the dominant force in the house, and it's like me and my wife have a awesome relationship. We are literally partners at everything. I mean, we each take charge when it's necessary. When we can tell the other one needs it. You know, that's the way we run, and that's the way we do it. We work so good like that. I feel like I said, I feel like my wife and I have like even our love is and our relationship has grown even stronger lately. You know, um, over the past years and stuff, especially this year with everything we're going through, we have become even stronger. You know. But anyway, he made a comment, and I've had struggles and fears as is about stuff. You know, we had help. You know, we've had help before through the church with things. You know, things happen, and they give us a hand and stuff, which we're so grateful for and blessed, and we appreciate to no end. Um, but we have had fears before that people see us because we live in an area which is no you they're everywhere, but you have the higher end neighborhoods. We were lucky enough to find a house to rent that is in our price range in this area, and we love the area because the schools, our church was cool. Um, it, it's a quiet neighborhood. Everything about this is it's an older house. I mean, we're paying for a 3 bedroom house. We pay $1,000 a month rent. Okay, and in this area, typical houses for a 3 bedroom house would be closer to 2,000 a month rent. So we're like half of what they normally would be, and the people haven't raised their rent yet here. We're dealing with some landlord issues, which I'll go into that later too. But anyway, so we're in a neighborhood with people who are definitely well off, well to do. They've made good for themselves. They've worked a life and they've earned what they yeah. I don't want to put any of these people down. I just don't. But anyway, we've had worries and feelings and fears before that we're seen as the poor family in the ward or the church and people. It's a negative thing, and it's a lot of it's on us for thinking that way. But people looking down on us and judging us for, you know, our mistakes. You know, I mean, that is just that. It's our mistakes. We make a mistake, and it's part of our fault. You know, it's like, oh well, we thought we could do this business and it failed. Oh well, whatever. You know, it is what it is on that note. But we've had these fears, and of course the bishop of the church and some friends of our church are like, dude, no, not at all. You know, we love the crap out of you, and you know, I love almost everybody at the church too. I love them too. But he made a comment. He is a member of our church too. That's another, I think, a red flag that I should have looked at first. I shouldn't have gone with somebody who's literally like I have a relationship with already. I didn't know him that well, but I knew him through the church. He's a good guy, but again, he's not my fit. He I think the way he does it works with some people. It just didn't work with me, and yeah. So anyway, he made a comment leading to that effect that kind of set these triggers off of these fears that we already had. He made them real, which led me down a path of destruction. So this was like a Friday, not this last Friday, Friday before last, but it was a Friday. My wife has gun shows on the weekend, and then when it's in Mesquite, my brother-in-law and her brother lives out there. So she goes and stays with him on that weekend, so that way she doesn't have to drive all the way back here and waste gas. Because you go out there, that drive, you're practically driving out there to make money so you can have gas to drive back. Still makes a little bit, but it's a bit ridiculous. So anyway, so she stays out there for the weekend. So Saturday morning, she left to go to the gun show, work the gun show, and stayed out there. Well, Saturday morning, I also had to get ready for Rose's birthday party here. My parents were coming and stuff. Girls were all still in the bed, and I got stuck. I did the dishes, and it started after when I was doing the dishes of me just thinking about what he said, and then it clicking like he said it. It made our thoughts turn real, which made it, if those thoughts are real, then here comes my thoughts. People are nice to me, but they don't really care about me. They don't really like me. People who I think are my friends aren't really my friends. They really don't care for me. They're just being polite. Spiraled me into my family doesn't love me. They're just lying to me to my wife, my kids. They all hate me. I'm worthless. I'm lower than low. I'm just a piece of dirt. All that's true because of this one thing that he said that made things seem true. And I talked to him about it. We were supposed to meet up earlier in the week. We didn't get a chance to. And it just led me to say, that's it. I'm done. I want to move on. When Kristen came home, I cried. I got mad, First, I spiraled from not madness, like madness, anger to whatever, then straight into the darkness, the pit. The demon grabbed a hold of me. That depression demon. He reached up and said, "Yep, I told you you're mine. You can't get away from me." And he just snatched me right back down into that hole. Um, and I spiraled. I was able to claw my way out, before the kids got up, and compose myself and relax, and took my focus from that to getting Rose's birthday party ready. So I busted my butt on that and got everything ready to go. It was rough, but I did it. Mom, dad, and brother got here and kind of just hung out and chilled. My mom helped me cook the food and stuff, get everything ready for it. And we had a good birthday party. It was fun. I was still a little down. I could feel it, like it was just like in the back, like that little tickle in the back of your head. Like, I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. It's like he had a hold of me and he was sitting on my shoulders. That the demon was right there. It was just saying, "Okay, yeah, I've got you back. You're mine." And I just was stuck. Um, Kind of laid in bed that night, just kind of just lost a bit, and then next morning, kind of just went out throughout my day, tried to fight. That was that Sunday. Just kind of fought through stuff, just pushed it out of my head. Talked to a couple people, um, church friends, and then friends on Facebook and stuff. Just kind of was quiet a little bit, not about what was going on or anything yet. My wife got home that night. Kristen got home, and you know, just doing stuff, and she could tell. She knows instantly. Like, she is my soulmate. She is my love. We can tell when each other has something going on, something wrong, and probably her so more than me, but she knew it. She saw it. She could see it in my eyes. She's like, "You've been crying." I was like, "No, no, I'm good. I'm good." I was like, "I'm just cutting onions for dinner and stuff." And she's like, "No, there's something wrong. There's something wrong." She kept pushing me. I mean, like, not tell me no, but just like would come back to me, and I'm like, "Fine." And I let it out and told her what happened. Because the thing the guy said was about her specifically, and I had he even told me not to say anything to her, and I can't do that. I cannot do that. Um, she's my wife. I tell her everything, everything. And she tells me everything. So I just couldn't, yeah. So I couldn't keep it from her anymore. I think that was part of what was tearing me up, and I was hiding something from her that I needed to tell her about. And I told her, I unloaded on her, had a slight spiral, punched a cabinet, um, but she worked me down and got me out of it. She helped me out a lot, and she made me message him that Sunday about what he did that Friday before. Like, look what you did. You broke him. And I messaged him this big long thing about the spiral of, I even lost my faith in church. I was like, I'm done with this. I see this is the reason why I never believed in a faith beforehand. I spiraled bad. I just wanted to just completely shut it all out. Um, have my wife and our home teacher both are let's think about our church. We have home teachers. People come visit us, make sure we're doing okay, teach us a lesson or something, a spiritual lesson or whatever. But he's a good friend too. Like, he's like Uncle Ed. He's a good man. Love him to death. He's part of my family. We're sitting there talking to him about it, and and I let him know everything too. Because he's a good friend. And he reminded me, he reiterated the fact, something he had said before I even joined the church. He's like, "Look," he's like, "I believe in the church too. I love the church. I believe it. I feel it. It uplifts me. And it's like, it's the people. You've got to separate yourself from the people. I think it's all like a lot of religions. You neglect to realize that you have the religious side. Take Christianity, the Bible and stuff. You know, you're believing that um, in Christ and God and Heavenly Father and all that stuff. You know, you believe in all that, but then you forget the core thing that is part of that is like the love and caring for a fellow man and a human being. You know, not judging them, because each and every one of us has our own life to live, and each and every one of us is going to make our own choices and follow our own path. And 9 times out of 10, the majority of us are trying to get somewhere. There's a goal in mind, where we're going, where we're headed, and we can't trample other people to get to that goal. We have to use this life for ourselves to grow, learn, and to understand whatever it is to understand. You know, whatever you believe in, whatever you don't believe in, whatever you feel. You know, but you still, no matter what, we all were granted the gift of our agency, our own free will and stuff, and we can't rob that from somebody else. You know, and I know it's hard because it's a contradiction. Somebody literally may want to hurt people, like that is their will, but at the same time, with that being their will, they're robbing that will from other people for them to live their life and grow. It's a weird. I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm babbling on about this, but the point was, it was the people. It's the people are gonna take it, and in their growth or whatever it is, they're learning, they're understanding, they may not get the full picture. Not saying that I have the full picture or he had the full picture, or it was the main point he's getting at. Is like, none of us have the full picture. None of us will ever have the full picture. But some of us will see more of a picture than others. You know. If that's not, then again comes off like I'm trying to say, oh, I'm right and you're wrong, but I'm not. I'm not. You know, I'm completely wrong. You know, could be following the wrong faith completely. Could be following the wrong life plan completely. But like I said, it's just hard. You gotta separate yourself. Like for me, for the faith factor, why it was so tested this weekend is because like I said, I had to separate the people from the faith and look at what I believe and what I feel and what I have and my spirituality and where I'm headed and stuff over here, and not worry about where everybody else is headed and what they're doing and how they're doing it. You know, if there are people that truly are judging me and my family, that is something that I have to look past and I have to move forward. I'm not going to hate them. I did. I didn't even know who it was who were saying these things that they said about us. But I hated them. I went back to a part of me where I would hold up all this anger and this frustration, and then at the, you know, once it's bottled up enough, I would just let it out, and I would just want to destroy things. I would never hurt anybody, you know. I would I would beat the crap out of walls and just get just so what's the word I'm looking for? So self-abusive. I would abuse myself. I would go straight down the list of mental abuse on my own self, you know. Hey, kitty. We got 2 new kittens. We have Totoro and Sasuke from Totoro. They're a bit jitterish and jumpy, but they're adorable little cats. Anyway, sorry, babbling, but that was my last weekend before last, I guess. And like I said, I've been not in the right frame of mind. Like after we let him go this Friday, this past Friday, I actually made it official. Kristen was there with me. I couldn't talk to him really honestly. I didn't know what to say. I didn't even want to start anything or anything like that. I just wanted to end it and shake hands and move on, you know. It was more or less what we did. It was still a bit rough at points, but um, I felt, and I still have felt from that moment, it's not as bad as it was, but I felt hollow, empty a bit. I feel lost. Like I don't, again, part of it's my fault. I can't blame him for everything. I'm not gonna, because I mean, could be a good counselor, just wasn't fit for me. You know, somebody else he'll work great wonders for. For me, he didn't. But he made a comment. You know, I made the comment of feeling it's when I feel like making YouTube videos. I feel like I started getting those feelings in my head of, oh, making YouTube videos. Oh, I shouldn't do this. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. Something's not right. I shouldn't do this. People don't like him. The people don't want to. You know, I'm bothering people with YouTube videos and my hobby. The same thing. People look down on me because of my hobby and blah blah. People this the hobby, that the hobby. You know, the hobby is my. Sorry, I'm staring at this puddle of water. Cat knocked a cup over earlier, and the kids didn't clean it up completely, so I'm staring at like a little puddle. It's driving me batty. I don't want that. No crazy daddies. But anyway, I was taking everything that used to be my therapy, my way of coping, or I guess my coping mechanisms, my way of shutting out the dark thoughts and the demon, you know, and slowly after I had the huge breakdown earlier this year, when everything really came to head, when I kind of slowed down on YouTube a bit, and, you know, kind of saw me disappear from the hobby almost a little bit. That was when I started having those thoughts, the negative thoughts about the therapy, the hobby, and the YouTube aspect of my therapy as being just, like I said, just people looking down on me because of it, not understanding, and just being this, that, and the other. And me saying that to him, you know, me saying I was having those feelings, he took it to the point that don't do them, you know, that don't spend all that time hobbying, don't spend all that time doing this or that. And then so I kind of pushed that away a little bit more. So I kind of died out a little bit more, and then I felt even more empty. And I love sitting down, like doing my commissions. I love it. I enjoy it so much. It's so fun having these pieces of plastic or resin in my hands and just building them up and putting them together and just seeing what I created afterwards. And then being able to paint them too, you know. Not the commissions, but paint my stuff and whatnot. I miss that. I want to get back focused on that. I want to not have the constant thoughts of doing this. Yes, it's so fun, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, is it fun? Is it really fun? Really? Should you be doing it? Yeah, you know, that stuff. And which is really hard when I'm trying to start a business in it, you know, selling game stuff and commission business and whatnot. And yeah, it's been weird. But I'm back slowly. I'm trying to get back on track. Like I said, we ended this relationship with this counselor. We're gonna try to find another one later. I kind of want to take a break from it for a bit. Like I said, my wife is like the best counselor I have in the world. I mean, she.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now. Please try a little later.
Alexa, little jerk. Um, yeah, she helps me tremendously. You know, she helps me pull me out of stuff a lot, and I know it's rough on her having to constantly do it, but I appreciate her so much for that too. And I do appreciate all of y'all as well, man. I mean, again, like I said, I love each one of you deeply. Y'all are great friends and family. A lot of y'all are family to me too. I enjoy watching your videos. I know I haven't watched a lot of videos lately. I've gone back to like feeling nervous about watching videos, YouTube videos too, because it's that not just like, oh, if I watch yours, I'm not gonna watch somebody else's. I'm not gonna. It's a whole like, here I am watching a YouTube video, and what was ingrained in my head for a little bit is like, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be watching this video. I should be doing something else. I should be being more productive around the house. I should be this, that. I shouldn't be watching these videos. Um, and my problem is I got to work out a cycle to where I can understand that the videos were part of something I loved in the past. So I still watch those videos as well as still do what I need to do for myself too around here and everything else and for my family and whatnot. So yeah, it's gonna be something I have to just figure out, man. I gotta help my wife, my kids, a great group of friends out there. A lot of virtual friends. What's something that came up this weekend too was just I looked at my life and where I was at, and I was like realizing how many friends I have, and just part of depression issues again. The friends I had before and the friends I have now, um, a lot of them are, I call them virtual friends, but not. They're friends who live long distance friendships and family. They live a long ways. I mean, Nick, you're awesome, cat man. I love you to death. Craig, uh, Daniel, Big McDan School, all you guys from Legion of Gamza guys too. Every one of y'all, most of y'all from England and stuff, and I love y'all like family. Commissar Gamza, Sean over at Wargamer Sean, Mini Warzone Pete, all those guys, Mini Dreams over there, uh, David from Mini Dreams. All y'all guys are like family and stuff. Frost and Fist. I feel like I'm at the Oscars saying all the people I thank. Um, Jake, Chief Live Gaming. I see his that. I'm gonna go OCD. As like I've said some people's names, and I feel like if I don't say everybody's name, I'm gonna let somebody down and stuff. I mean, like, oh gosh, just so many people. Steven at Who Took Your Dice, Miniature Wargaming. Who Took My Dice? Sorry, did it again. Guys, I love you all, and I really, truly do. I really do. I mean, y'all help me out. Y'all encourage me. Y'all give me support and love. I hope I do that back to you. I hope I really like I said, I want to make people happy, but I really hope I can return the favors. You know, I can really give you the love and support that you show me, and I really appreciate it, all you guys. I've noticed since when I quit tattooing, um, it's funny. You look at our friends list on Facebook, and you're like, oh, I have like 500 something friends on Facebook. And to know for a fact, you know that really most of those people aren't your real friends. Um, you know, some of you literally you don't ever talk to. But when I quit tattooing, when things happened and I just couldn't tattoo anymore, it was funny the number of people who just disappeared completely, and people who I really thought were my friends. Um, it showed like, yeah, they were my friends at the time, but when I wasn't tattooing anymore, it was like we didn't have that thing in common that was a bond anymore. I guess I don't know. It's interesting, and again, it's an overthinking on my part. You know, it is what it is. It's me too. I don't reach out to anybody anymore. I really don't. You know, my friend John, he'll reach out to me out of the blue every once in a while and just say, "Love you, miss you." I was like, "I miss you too, man," and then he won't comment back because that's just him, and not because he doesn't mean it, just because he's lazy, just like I am sometimes. Love you too, John. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm babbling enough here, but I want to get back in the swing of things. I want to get back in a rolling. My wife wants me to get back into it. I miss it. I miss it a lot. You know, I'm going to stop here in a minute. I'm going to go edit this video, which there's no editing. It's just uploading. Put it on the little thing and upload it. And then I'm going to start on my commissions and work on those. I'm sorry I didn't make a commission video this week. When they came in, I just was in such a mode of excitement to jump on them and get started on them. I just jumped on it and started doing it, to kind of take my mind off things for a little bit. But I'll try and make a video later today. Maybe get one other one out this week. And then starting next week, try to get back on track to do more videos here and there. My wife has gun shows this weekend, but we'll still try and do a Sunday Q&A video. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, my sleep schedule's jacked up, too, lately. I'm on UK time. I'm up when y'all are up, and I'm down when everybody around here's down. Guys, I love you all. Thank you again so much for joining me. If you're depressed, you have anxiety issues, please, man, don't be afraid to reach out. You're not going to meet... Not everybody you reach out to is going to understand it. Not everybody you reach out to is going to help you through it. But don't use that as a reason to not reach out. Because the more you reach out, the more you're willing to reach out. And I know it's hard, and it is very hard to reach out. But as soon as you let go and show that willingness to reach out and ask for help, somebody's going to be there to help you. Somebody's going to be willing to help you. Because I so much would rather a physical person help you than the barrel of a gun or a bottle of pills. I've lost too many friends to that, and it's sad. It hurts because I know what it's like to be on the other side of that, thinking that there is no reason to be alive because you have no one who loves you or cares about you. And then being on this side too, where you realize, where you're on the other side, on the side that I'm on, where this person took their life and they're like, I was here, I cared about you, and I loved you, and you're not here anymore. And the hurt that feels. So I think part of that, is the ability. It helps me a little bit too, as sad as that says, to hold on. I've never. I've thought about it, suicide and stuff before. I've thought about it, but I would never go that route because I know that even when my head tries to tell me it's not true. I know that I'm loved and I'm cared about, and me being gone would hurt more people than I think, if that makes sense. So I know I'm loved, and I know, and that's something I hold on to and hang on to save myself, pretty much. And I thank every day that I had that breakdown at the beginning of the year, and that was the point that pushed me to getting help. It pushed me to talking to my wife again, and us to realizing that it's time to get me help. And I wish I could say more than that, man. I wish I could say the right thing to somebody out there right now who's just feeling that way and so down, and that they want to end themselves. Sorry. And that they can just pull themselves back from that next step, that ledge, that point of no return, so to speak. Guys, I love you all. I'm going to get off here now. I got some hobby and stuff to do and some cleanup stuff to do, too. So I love you all. Y'all are amazing. Keep rocking that nerd life, my friends. I'll see you next time.